Hello, beautiful people. I know I'm early. I know I am way early. I am. I was at my Facebook family at first. No one hardly showed up there. And again, I know this, I have not done these readings in a long time um like this. So I will wait for my YouTube family to show up. Again, this is New Moon and Leo reading. I am really, really early. I know I am. I am. But I said, you know what? I'll go ahead and show up. I'll go ahead and show up. So, y'all see me. I have posted a plenty of things on the channel here. If you've been following me, I've been promoting the book Matriarch the Patriarch. You also see me do a review on it. If you're wanting a reading, go ahead and type your name in the comments. Um, Let me go ahead and put this in here. Go ahead and type your name in the comments. Hi, Divine Essence. Okay. So here we are. You can donate as well, or you can message a review. It's up to you. We're doing free readings tonight. Peace and wellness to you, Miss Divine Essence of Tashalin. Peace be to you as well. If you know a friend that can use a free reading, tag them. Ask them to come in. If you want a free reading, put your first and last name in the comments, and I will gladly give you a free reading. I'm here for the new moon reading, and I guess what? I could be here for a while. I got started early here with you guys today, so there is no rush. I was at Facebook for a minute. I stood 30 minutes over there. It was quiet. It's very quiet over there. Not many people. So I said, you know what? I'm coming over here to my YouTube family. Tashlin Sanders. I call on the spirit guides and ancestors of Tashlin Sanders. Tashlin took a leap of faith to be here today to call on her ancestors, her spirit guides for wisdom, guidance. And I'm just a messenger passing these messages right along to Tashlin. And I'm so happy to do so. Here you go, Tashalyn. I'm getting ready to cut the cards. Tashalyn Sanders, cutting the cards for you. A new moon reading. See what this new moon is bringing in for you. What this new moon is about for you. Powerful intuitive epiphanies. We're letting go of worry and fear. So if there is some worry and fear going on, release that. Or maybe you're not understanding the truth of a situation. It hasn't unveiled itself yet. So that is what's going on with you. Following your intuition, trusting your intuition. The second card, what wants to emerge? I have the page, the Knight of Summer, the Knight of Cups that comes up, falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded. If you're experiencing some type of emotional upset right now regarding a relationship, it's good to stay grounded, not make assumptions. Okay. Things will be revealed. They just stand steady. So if it's something that I see you, Sherry. I'm reading Tashalyn right now. Uh If it's something that's upsetting you, you need to stay steady. Do not jump to conclusions right now because we don't have the full picture. I hope this making sense to you. What you need to release. Again, I have this night of autumn coming up. I don't know if this is a younger guy. I don't know. I'm kind of, I'm feeling like this is a younger person or a person who has immature emotions or don't know how to express their emotions. Is this resonating with you? Wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others, you know, uh, being cautious, being meticulous. So if you're that person that picks at every little thing or you overdo every little thing, we probably want to be careful about that, okay? Maybe we're kind of over analyzing things, or maybe we overdo things. We kind of want to release that, give ourselves, is that a trauma response? Is that a wound there? Is that why we're doing that? Pay attention if we're overdoing things, over meticulous, over careful. What happened? There could be a wound that you're dealing with. 4, how can you focus and manifest your desires? Okay, this is a whole, the star card. I love seeing this card because when I see this card comes up, okay, so it's all making sense. So we want to, and then too, Tashalyn, is that a trauma response? Is it, beloved, pay attention to when you're doing that. Is it a trauma response as well? So I want you to pay attention when you go to doing that. Is it a trauma? Is it a wound there, beloved? And this is the star. This is the star card. This is how you can focus and manifest your desires. Focus on faith. Focus on hope. You certainly have the ability to manifest. Okay, this is the star card, the star of hope. Look to the future with hope, optimism, the power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief and brings relief from challenging times. The 5th card, affirmations for it. The cycle, you control it. The Chariot, you are controlling. You move forward. You are controlled. You are in control. Okay, you are taking the lead. That's the affirmation you should be saying. I am in control. I am in the lead. I have control over this matter. Okay, I can move forward. Success that comes from dedication, self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishment, being in the spotlight, and being okay to be that way. The Chariot is also about control. It's about discipline. It's about leading as well. Okay. So I hope that reading made sense to you. And you guys, we have 25% off on our readings. If you want a full reading answer, and I haven't even went into ancestors readings yet. Those are really dope as well. But all our readings are 25% off. Anything over $40, 25% off. So if you want to book a full reading, get over there. If that reading, you're welcome. If your reading resonated with you, you're welcome to give a donation or put a review in the comments here. We want to know if you're did leave a full review in the comments or message me a review. Sherry Marks, are you still in here? If you guys know of anyone who can benefit from a reading, share this video. Tag them in here because this is absolutely free. This is absolutely free. Sherry Marks, are you still in here, Sherry? Okay, thank you, sweetie, for acknowledging that you're still in here. I call on the ancestors of Sherry Marks. Sherry took a leap of faith to be here tonight and to ask her guardian angels and ancestors for guidance and wisdom. And I am just a messenger. I just pass those messages right along. And I'm happy to do so. And we're so grateful for you showing up here for us tonight, sharing your time, your messages, your wisdom, your guidance. We appreciate you. Okay, I'm just shuffling right now, Sherry. Sherry Marks, Sherry Marks. Okay, I'm cutting the card, Sherry. I love you, Mom. That's my son right there. Okay. Anyone, if anyone knows want to read, tag them in here. I'm ready. I'm ready to give away these readings, honey. Okay. The first card. What is this new moon is about for you? What is this about for you? Okay, well, I see healing that's going on. Usually when I see the three of winter, the three of swords, I see grief, healing that's happening here. So if you experience some grief or sadness, uh, that's what's going on for you right now. Reaching out to others for comfort, for love, growing stronger from a situation. You know, if you experience something challenging, the second card, what's emerging right now? A time for you to be assertive, to implement boundaries. Usually the seven of wands coming up when we need to implement boundaries against those opposing forces. So if you're going through something right now with people, or just a situation, and it looks like it might be some grief, some sadness that's going on there. I hope this resonating with you. Uh, we need to be assertive. Don't back down in what you believe in, and you need to be courageous and stand up for yourself. Is this making sense for you? The third card, what you need to release. I don't know if you're trying to work with somebody else. I see the three of springs that comes up. If you're trying to plan something with someone, it doesn't look like this might be the time for you to plan that with them. Or is this a job you're trying to go to? This may even be a job that you're trying to stay at. This might even be surrounding a job. So if you're trying to stay at this job long term or whatever, you probably don't want to. Okay, it's making sense. Okay, so if this job you're trying to stay at long term, this probably is not going to be the thing for you. The fourth card, uh, again, there's some struggles going on here, especially with money. How can you focus and manifest your desires? Right now, it's time to ask your loved ones for assistance. Anyone you can depend on, or if you can go out and reach out to your resources and start, asking for help. But you need to start applying for resources, asking family and friends for help. I kind of believe this is surrounding work. This had a lot to do with work, maybe doing things that you were not supposed to be doing. Somebody had you doing some things you did not have to have no business doing, and you were afraid to stand up for yourself. It just really feels like work to me. I don't know why, but it feels like work, and it's because of these ones that's coming up here. The fifth card, you know, again, affirmation for this cycle for you. There's a reason for everything. And I'm so sorry because what I see here is threes and fives and sevens. I'm so sorry. I see struggle here, and I'm so sorry that you're going through this struggle here. Uh, but there's a reason for everything. And in this case, Sherry, you are learning to set boundaries. You're not good at saying no. You're not good at standing your ground. And this is the time where you need to start learning how to stand your ground and be courageous about it. No is a complete sentence, and hell no is a paragraph. You don't have to explain anything. Okay? Especially when someone has you doing something you have no business doing it. Okay? Remove yourself from negative emotions of others. Focus on, don't focus on what worries or frighten you at this time. You just need to focus on there's a reason for everything. That is your affirmation for this new moon. I hope that makes sense to you. I'm sorry I couldn't give you better news. I mean, I feel like this is the job. I'm so sorry. I couldn't give you better news. I hate when it happens. I don't like when it happens. I hope it made sense for you. If it resonated with you, leave your you can leave a message in the chat, leave a review in the chat, or you can message your review, or you can give a donation, or do what you think is right. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay. Rockefeller Everett. Rockefeller, are you still in here? Rockefeller, are you still in here? I can do your reading. I can do your reading if you're still in here. You too, Sherry. Rockefeller, are you still in here? Okay, Rockefeller, I'm going to go ahead and do a reading for you. Clearing the cards out. I call upon the ancestors of Rockefeller Everett. Rockefeller took a leap of faith to be here today, to call on the guardian angels, the ancestors, spirit guides for direction, guidance, and wisdom. I am only a messenger, passing these messages right along. I'm so grateful to pass the messages right along. And we're grateful for you being here with us tonight, sharing your insights, your wisdom, your guidance with us. We thank you. Rockefeller thanks you. We appreciate you. Okay. Rockefeller, I'm cutting the cards, getting ready to lay them out for you. Okay. What this new moon is about for you. Okay, I have the 10 of Autumn coming up. This is about, when I see the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Autumn come up, this is about financial security. This is about making sure that our future is going to be right, that our family is going to be in good status. Okay, security for your children, your loved ones, making wise investment, planning for retirement, honoring family traditions. That's what this new moon is bringing in for you. What wants to emerge? Don't be deterred from challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. Amazing new ideas. So when I see the Ace of Winter, the Ace of Swords come up, this is someone that's really dealing with a lot of high mental energy, a lot of positive mental energy, a lot of ideas, inspiration that may be coming through right now for you. That's what's wanting to emerge. So pay attention to those ideas, the inspiration that's coming through for you right now. The third card, what do you need to release? Again, we have the Page of Winter, the Page of Swords coming up. Information that can help you, which may also be difficult to hear. Okay, speaking the truth with kindness. There may be an individual that you may be dealing with, because this may represent an individual with that Aries, that air energy. What I want to say here, not the Aries, but that Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here. Okay, so if this is a young person and they seem to always want to input that stuff, and the way they say said, it's not tactful, you know, just discount them. Again, this person, it seems like that person may not have enough emotional maturity or realize how their message come about. So if that's, you know, this may be dealing with a person. I feel like this is dealing with a person. So ignoring, people want to put in their comments and things and they don't realize how it sounds. Release that, okay? How can you focus and manifest your desires? I have plan your next step with the eye for long term. If you are doing affirmations, write it down, plan it out. Okay, that's how you're going to be manifesting your desires at this time. Okay. Affirmations for this: trust my intuition. Careful reflection before taking action. But the main thing that you need to take with you is I trust my intuition. I trust my intuition, because you're making moves that are going to benefit you in the long run. Because again, you have this high inspiration that's coming through right now. So take advantage of that. I hope this reading resonated with you, Rockefeller Everett. Did it resonate with you? Does it resonate with you? Let me know. But this was an overall good reading. You're in a good status and you have the right things that's coming up for you at this time. Okay, I don't see anything in the chat here. Okay, tag your friends. If you know of anyone else who can benefit from a reading, please tag your friends. You're welcome. You're welcome. And again, you're free to donate. Message us a review. I love reviews. Put it in the chat. I put our donation information in the chat if you're interested in that, or you can message us a review. I love those too. You're very welcome. I'm happy to do it. Okay, someone else is just like, it's the real Tashi. Okay, it's the real Tashi. Great, you finally catching the live. Put your name in the chat so I can go ahead and read you. Put your name in the chat, because you say it's like I can imagine you slide on in here and say, "Ooh, I'm finally in here. I'm gonna give me a reading. I'm ready to give it to you." Put your name in the chat. Share this with your friend. Tag your friends in here. If you know they can benefit from a reading. They need more clarity on the situation. And I love doing moon readings, because that's when you have a lot of big shifts that happen. Yeah, during the retrograde, some things happen, which I probably need to come here and do a lot of healing work, a lot of shadow work during that time. But during the moon, there's some big events happening. Tashi, aka the real Tashi. Okay, I call up on the ancestors of Tashi. Tashi took a leap of faith to be here today. Let's clear the cards first. Smudge him a little bit. Tashi took a leap of faith to be here today to call on her guardian angels, spirit guides, ancestors for guidance, wisdom, instruction, and direction. And I'm just a messenger. I'm just passing these messages right along. I'm passing the messages right along, and I'm grateful to do so. We're so thankful for her spirit guides, guardian angels coming through and sharing this wisdom with us. We appreciate you. We have much gratitude for your presence tonight. We thank you. Without you, I would not be able to pass on these messages. So we thank you for showing up here tonight. Okay, Tashi, I am cutting the cards for you. Let's see what's going on here. I'm laying out the cards here. Okay, what is this new moon about for you? Again, I have the 10 of summer coming up. This is a really good card. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. So you got your tribe here. You know, you have a family of people that you can trust. Emotional fulfillment. Usually, the 10 of cups is seeing family fulfillment, love. You know, emotional fulfillment, balance. The second card, what wants to emerge? I have this night of winter coming up. You know, I don't know. You're looking for an answer to your problem here, and there is an answer to your problem. Okay, and there's unexpected changes on the rise here. I'm thinking it's something that suddenly happened, but you need to make some sort of decision on it. Okay, this might be even, you know, when I see this night comes up, yeah, this is a sudden thing that comes up here that you need to make a choice on. The third card, what you need to release. Have patience, don't worry, take time to rest. You need to make it, whatever this decision is, you need to make it right away. Whatever this news is, you need to make it right away. You don't have any time to sit around and put it on the back burner. I don't know how long you have kept this on the back burner without making a decision, but it is coming up time for you to make a decision on this particular thing. For how you can manifest your trust your intuition. There's some powerful intuitive abilities that's coming in right now. I don't want you to worry about anything or fear anything, but you need to understand all parts of the situation before you make a decision. Have you even been trying to learn more about the situation, about this thing, before you make a decision on it? I hope this making sense to you. And I'm trying to really figure out what it is. Okay, you have what it takes to go ahead and, you know, the affirmation for you is you have what it takes. The only thing you need to do is believe that you can do it, and you can do it. And you are not powerless in this situation. You are not powerless. Okay, you just need to make a decision and stick to it. You need to stick again. We have, and a lot of this is what's going on because you lack the self-confidence to make a decision. Okay, I'm going to tell you to do your research, look deeper into the situation so you can feel comfortable with making an informed decision. But you need to make one. You're not powerless. There is power in you knowing when you understand more about it. Okay, I hope that made sense for you, beloved. Again, you know, if your reading resonated with you, you know, leave your review. You can leave your review in the comments. You can message your review, or you could give a donation, whatever works for you. You know, your ancestors, your spirit guides showed up for you. I'm just reading the messages that they gave me to give you. That's all I'm doing here. Okay. Do you know of anyone else that can benefit from a reading? Share this with them. I am, you know, strengthening my muscles here, my my spirit muscles. I'm strengthening my muscles here, so I'm happy to read. And again, you know, if you're interested in booking a reading with us, you want a full reading with your ancestors, I certainly can go deeper with these readings. You know, I hold entire healing sessions when you book a reading with me. So it might our reading might run over depending on what you got going on. But our readings are 25% off from $40 or more if you spend on a reading. Okay, so readings $40 and up is 25% off. Great deal. Take advantage of it, you guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So if you want more healing, you know, and I'm working on more healing material. You know, you guys, I'm so big on healing. That's what the journey is all about. That's what our journey is all about, healing, transforming, changing, evolving. I'll be sharing some more to help others heal as well. So that's in the work as well. Who else wants a reading? Share this live with whoever who can benefit from a reading, you know. Tag their name in here. Bring them in here, you know. Hey, tag them on in here. You know, I am ready to read. I am. Okay, anybody else who wants a reading? If you want to be free. It says so. Let's play my song, honey. You want you. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to be talking about path working soon. Really teaching people how to heighten their intuitive abilities when working with their ancestors. So I'm going to be talking about path work, and I'm going to get deep into that. I'm working on meditations to help you connect with the Orishas, to help you connect with the Netaru. I am working on those meditations because what I noticed here, I don't see a lot of meditations like focus on the Orishas or just on the Netaru. I see there, you know, I do a lot of path work and I do a lot of shamanic work. So a lot of my intuitive abilities come through path working, working with my ancestors. So I want to share that with you and show you guys how beneficial it can be. It's very easy if you have a creative imagination and an open mind. Who else wants a reading? You know, come in here, type in your name if you wanted a reading. Tag your friend or family who wants a reading. Put your name in the chat, and I'm happy to read. But there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to be bringing on this channel, and I think for the most part, because the ancestors, you know, working with your ancestors it takes a lot of work, and knowing what works for you with connecting with your ancestors. And what I found to be beneficial is in doing a special meditation called path working. And if you've used our meditations here, you know you felt something in that meditation. You felt something happen. And so that's why I'm so big on path working. It has yielded me great results working with my ancestors and continue to work with my ancestors. I'm still elevating and strengthening my intuition. It is the first form of mediumship. So I'm going to be talking about path working a lot more on this channel and showing you how to use it to connect with your ancestors, because that's what this work is. It's almost like shamanic work when you begin to connect with your ancestors and learn this sort of path working, how to connect with them in meditation, how to speak with them, and how to confirm that information. So I've been doing it for quite a while, and I've had great results with it. And it's not hard. It's pretty much easy. And I would love to share that with a lot of you here on the channel if you're interested in that. So I'm definitely looking at path work and making more meditations here that are more indigenous based. You know, because like I said, I don't see a lot of meditations here for you know, sometimes I be wanting to work with the Orisha, and I like doing path working where, you know, I can't find that here. So I find myself having to make some of these videos, or I want to work with Elect Bub. And see, a lot of our ancestors, they use a lot of these path working. Indigenous people, they always use this special path working going into the astral realm. And so when you learn these path workings, when you learn some of the visualization, you can better link and connect with your ancestors. But again, this depends on your visualization as well, and learning how to link those connections. So yeah. And so if you've been on the channel before, if you've been on the channel for a while and you listen to our meditations, you've had a transformational experience during our meditations. And I plan on creating more meditations like that. Because it started with us, that shamanism, it started with our ancestors, that's basically how they started off, communicating with spirit, um, communicating with nature, going in trances, going into the astral realm. You see that in what is that, Black Panther, when he takes this potion, or he takes this herb and he goes into the astral realm, and that's path working. That is path working. He goes into the astral realm and he visits the ancestors. That is okay. You need help with the road opening. Okay, just let me know. We have some road opening work, some products on the website, so go check that out as well. And if you want to book a road opening reading, we can do that too. Sometimes we probably need to do a reading before we do anything. Again, the readings are 25% off, and we got two. You can what you do? How they got it now? Buy now, pay later. We got the buy now, pay later options on there too. I think we have that on our website. But when you're doing the path working like that, you connect with your ancestors. And I know, I can't express this enough, and I can't emphasize it enough. Your imagination is realer than you think. Really, when we go in the astral world, you are going into the real world. The world that you're in now, this right here, this ain't real. This is not real. I can explain that anymore. Baba Hemi, he talked about it too. It ain't real. When we go into the astral realm, we can go in and create. This is where the unconscious, the subconscious is located at. Scientists and doctors say we only use 10% of our brain. I am confirmed with the other 90%. We are creating our reality. We are in the astral realm creating. And so you can learn a lot through path working. I have been through path working, breakthrough path working, especially when I went to visit the Orisha. I didn't even know I could do it, but I read enough about shamanism, Jung and shamanism, fraud, the way the mind works, archetypes, and then I've been doing tarot for so long. So I have interfaced with my tarot too for so long. I didn't know I could do it. But you know what? Our mind will automatically go where we tell it to go. It's something, the subconscious will take you there. And the subconscious took me, I had that experience with the Orisha. It was a magnificent experience. And but I learned there because it was so far. It's so far. It is so far beyond space. It is very, very far. That travel that I went there, and I couldn't make this stuff up because they told me they were in a place where everything came from. Everything started from there, but scientists think nothing is happening there, but stuff is still happening there. That's where they make up all the evolution changes and stuff like that for the human mind to evolve. I mean, they're telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, wow. I mean, I know nothing about this stuff. Like, I know nothing about this, and I'm like, oh my God, am I making this stuff up, or they're really giving me this information? So I'm downloading all this information that they're sharing with me, and I'm there, and I'm pushing stuff in there. When I'm in this meditation, I'm touching stuff, and it's like Jello. It's like Jello. It's like Jello is bouncing back and stuff. And I'm like, what is this stuff? And they said, oh, this is refined matter. This is what everything in the universe is made out of, even you. We use this to make everything in the universe. And I was like, wow, it was something. It was sparkly, jello-y stuff. And so when I get out of the meditation, I was like, you know what? I'm going to look up all this stuff because I don't believe this stuff is real. I think I just made this stuff up. I can't believe that this stuff is real. So I go to looking up what they told me, and come to find out there is a place in the universe where scientists, where they think everything comes from, and scientists think nothing is happening there anymore. It is the oldest place in the universe. I was just blown away. I was just like, wow, wow, this really exists. There is uh, a matter that scientists say everything is made out of, and they call it universal waters, consolvent. That's what it's called. I think it's called consolvent. But it is this substance, this watery like substance that everything in the universe is made out of. See, I couldn't have made this stuff up. I'm just like, wow. So did I really have that experience? It's so easy for us to have the experience when we learn to let go and let the knowledge come to us. You can look it up later. You can always test the knowledge later, and you'll be surprised at how your mind, your consciousness really serves you, and how much we are really tapped in. We think we're making a lot of stuff up, but really we're plugged into the ultimate mind, the universal mind. So we can retrieve that information once we start asking for it. We can start retrieving it once we open up to it. I mean, it's a beautiful thing when it happens, but learning how to trust yourself, that's what the process is about with path working. Learning how to trust yourself, to confirm the information, whether you're doing it with tarot cards, whether you're doing the research on what you were told in meditation, you want to test it. And the more you can test your path working, the information in your path working, the more confident you can be when you're communicating with your ancestors and when you're communicating with any deity. It's more easy than what you think. Everything is consciousness. And you will start to see too that this world is not even real. It is the astral world that makes this world real. And that's the best way I can explain it. But I'm going to go talk more about that when I get into path working, and I refer you to some books. And I'll be talking, I don't even know how to even present this, because I don't know if I should go with Patreon and present this, because this is delicate information. And especially with working with the Orishas, it should be done in a in some type of order format. Okay, there is a hierarchy when you are doing the path working and connecting with them. So I'm just really trying to figure out how I want to present this, because I don't want to be irresponsible with providing the information. I want to make sure that you have all the tools you need to grow in it. So yeah. Yes, I would put behind paywall. I don't know what that means. Am I reading that wrong? Well, I don't know what that means. Yes, I would put behind a paywall. I don't know what that means, Tashi. I don't know what that means. Maybe I'm understanding you wrong. But yeah, I'm really excited about path working. And if you guys been here for a long time, I talked about this a long time, doing shamanic work. I do shamanic work. I connect with the ancestors here on the land. Um, I do a lot of healing, trauma, healing intergenerational trauma. I've helped others do some generational trauma healing work. Oh, is it called paywall? Okay. Okay, see, tell me, because I don't even know, girl. Set me straight. Tell me. But yeah, I'm thinking about maybe doing that on Patreon, because again, too, I feel like, especially for me, if I would have had an ancestral system, because I had to read so many books and gain my ancestral knowledge, and then I had to follow the ancestors, just have to follow the ancestors and trust my intuition. And if I can make that better for somebody else, make it easier for somebody else, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why I share so much information here, because I want to make it easier for others, because I'm just like, oh, they make it so hard. And no one here is reaching back, really teaching us this tradition. So we're having to, really reach back ourselves and put the pieces together. And what I've done, if I put the pieces together, I've learned so much from the ancestors, and I'm still learning. I don't know everything, but what I have learned and what I have experienced, which experience is a teacher, is the best teacher, and I do have experience. I would love to share. Yes, yes. Thank you, Tashi. I would love to make that easy for you guys, because I don't hear, and you know what I don't hear a lot? People tell you to connect with the Netaru. People will tell you to connect with the Orishas and do all these rituals and things like that, as far as spells, candle works, jars, whatever you're doing with your ancestral magic, or the magic you're practicing, or rituals you want to call them. But I've never heard anyone talk about the importance of path working. And you see it again. And I want to bring up another part where you see the path working again, but again, I don't think it was given much attention. You see it in American Horror Story with Angela Bassett. She's laying down and she goes into this trance, and then she levitates off the ground. That's path working. I'm not saying that's going to happen in path working, but she went into the astral world to get things done. Okay, and you can do that. You can set up these scenarios, and you can keep doing it. And it is real. It is real. That's what they say, told us as kids, the imagination. They always emphasize the imagination. Everything was born out of the imagination, even this reality. So there's something tangible about the imagination. We are tapping in to a super conscious. When we tap into our imagination, we have the ability to tap into our super consciousness. And again, it's a relaxing the mind, learning to let go, and knowing that you can do it. And this is something that our ancient ancestors did too. When you're looking at looking at the Netaru, and you're looking at some of these rituals, they went into deep meditation. They did path working to have some of these experiences. They went on the astral plane. They went to the upper world, the lower world, the middle world, and they had these experiences, and they were just as real as me and you. Believe me, they are real. I mean, I've had I remember this was maybe 20 years ago. Yes, over 20 years ago. It's been over 20 years ago. When I first started my path, my spiritual journey, and really start, saying, hey, there's something else out there. And I can remember asking for more clarity about God and who was with me. And I remember that night I dreamed of 3 beautiful women that floated upstairs to my window, because we lived upstairs. And it was a trip in the dream. It was so real. It was so surreal. The dream was so real. It was just real. I kind of think I had, I did have an out of body experience of some sort. But anyway, these women, I knew them. We were talking. We were having a great time talking. I act like I've been knowing them for years. They give me this piece of paper to sign, and I laugh and I sign this paper, and they fly away. And I'm not scared. I'm like, why am I not scared? Why is this not freaking me out? So the next morning I wake up, I tell my mother about the dream. I said the dream was so real, these women. And that's something too. I would share this stuff with my mom. These experiences, because I've had these phenomena has happened. I've had continued phenomena to happen to me since I've been a kid. And so as my parents said, that was so real. I wouldn't be surprised if I find that paper they told me to sign on this couch somewhere, in my pillow somewhere. And soon as I began to fold up my blanket and my pillow where I was sleeping at, I see some parchment paper fly out of the covers. It is old looking parchment paper and it smells like roses. You hear me? And on the paper, what did it have on it? Cosmic consciousness. It had cosmic consciousness written on the piece of paper. This was a tangible thing. It was real. And I had never bought anything real out of a dream before, but you know, I was just so wowed by it. I could not believe it. I cried. I was like, what in the hell is going on here? Then I talked to a friend of mine about it. She said we were going to this organization. It was called Sophia. And in this group, there were women that were having experiences in their dreams where they were bringing things out of their dreams, you know, and they had different stories where they were bringing things out of their dreams. And I'm like, what? You know, I just didn't know what the name of it. I went to the group about 3 or 4 times, but you know, I was trying to get to the core of what was going on with me. And there we were just sharing our experience. We really didn't know what was happening to us or what had happened to us. We were really trying to put a finger on our experience, you know. And I was not getting the answers, but I've had people to tell me that I see and descend out of my sleep all the time. I go to other places that I've been doing that. My mom said I used to sleepwalk when I was a kid. I mean, I would be just in another place. So, you know, maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know, but I definitely had an experience. Um, and I do know that that world is very much real. I've had other experiences as well with spirit, and it is a real thing. I've had um, some experiences that there is no other explanation. There's no other explanation that there is a beyond that's communicating with us. There is a higher consciousness. There is a universal mind that is communicating with us. There is a universal mind that we are plugged into and have the capability of these intuitive psychic abilities. You know, we just have to own them and trust them. And that's the biggest thing on this journey is finding the right mentor, the right tutor to help you hone in on your own abilities. You know, I see that a lot with a lot of people that I work with. Uh, they have the ability, they just don't own them and hone in on them. And that path working really helps you do that. Once you start looking at path working and how accurate you are at things, you're like, oh my God, like I'm on point. Like I am really connected. I am really connected, and path working really helps with that. Path working really helps with that. And you know, like I said, I don't know how I want to do it. I don't know, because I want to be responsible. And with it is a ritual. Path working is a mental ritual. Yeah, when you have path working and you have the ritual that I'm gonna teach you, backed up with the magic that you're doing, what it does is it strengthens your spiritual energy. It strengthens your aura. You know, it strengthens your aura when you have mental ritual, when you know how to invoke and banish properly, and you know how to go in and do path work and connect with spirit. It's a safer way to do it as well. And you can always come out and test your knowledge with another medium, with your tarot card, with your shells, your bone, whatever you do for divination. You can always go out and test your knowledge, or even ask spirit to show you a sign. So, but it is a great thing to have, and that's something that our ancestors always use. They use path working to go into the astral realm to connect with these different spirits or even illness or demons to remove an ailment. So I don't think I've done healing work with it. I have done healing work. I've definitely done some path work and healing work with the ancestors with it. You can see some of those meditations there here on the channel. But again, I'm fascinated with making Orisha meditations, more Netaru meditations, in a way that is going to be beneficial to everyone, but I want to be responsible with it too. I just don't want to throw it down here and you don't know the proper procedures in practicing this. There are proper procedures in doing this type of path working. There is things that you have to follow. So yeah, so I might have to break it down. So and again, you know, I'm going to get off here. I'm not going to keep you guys long because I can just ramble on and on. Lots of stuff is going on here on the channel. I'm sharing my books I've wrote. Check out that Matriarch, the Patriarch. Very good book. Christ Consciousness is a good book as well. Those are oldest but goodies. They started out as theses and projects when I first started metaphysical school, and I wrote those books. And again, stay tuned for the path working. That I'm doing, and I'm working on some healing too. You know, healing is my big thing because all of us have to heal from this intergenerational trauma, and that's close to my heart. The way I've seen it affect our people is something, and I'm definitely working on something that will help us heal that intergenerational trauma and keep it in check, especially when working with our ancestors. That's the real level up there. But I thank you so much for being here with me today. And hopefully we'll get a chance to do this again. And I'll get a chance to share more knowledge and information with you. And thank you for letting me read you guys. Light, love, namaste, ashe, loved ones.